Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Ask Your Mentor Anything Live. And today we have Bozhidar. Am I pronouncing right your name?
Yes, very good.
Perfect. Welcome to our live session. And thank you for accepting my invitation. How are you? Where are you based?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for having me on this wonderful show. Right now, I'm in sunny but cold Sofia in Bulgaria.
Okay, we're neighbors. I'm based in Athens, Greece. And this is the Ask Your Mentor Anything live session where we are inviting professionals, freelancers like you're a content writer, is that correct? And copywriter in the language industry. So I think that your profile fits in the actual guest profiles. And today we're going to talk about content marketing because actually it's the topic of our presentation at the Freelance Business Month. So if you're joining us, Guy, raise your hand. Let us know that you're here live with us, so as to know. And also, I'm always curious, where are you watching us from? So with Bozhidar, we're going to present the topic efficient content marketing strategy for non-English speakers on Wednesday. I think it's going to be 6 p.m. Central European time, 7 p.m. our time zone. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe that's right.
And I think you can get a free ticket, and also there's a paid ticket if you would like to join. This is a monthly event of daily presentations about freelancers and the business side of freelancers in several different industries. So, Bozhidar, would you like to present yourself for those that don't know you?
Right, cool. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Uh, as I was introduced, my name is Bozhidar, and I do mostly marketing, but I specialize in the content writing and content marketing. And right now, I also specialize in event marketing. And I studied in the UK. I had my bachelor's in English, and then I had my master's in marketing. And since then, I've been working as a freelancer mostly on marketing projects. So I've worked with quite a lot of companies from the UK, from Belgium, and from Bulgaria, and I've written content for a variety of different topics and different audiences. And yes, right now I'm experimenting with a new field for me, which is event marketing. I'm an event marketer at Networking Premium Co-working Spaces, which is the largest co-working chain in the Balkans.
I saw that on your profile, and I was really interested in how you went from copywriting and content creation to actual event management, and how these two, let's say, fields can be connected.
Well,
That's interesting.
surprisingly, I was involved in event marketing while I was a freelancer. Some of the companies that I worked with, such as the freelance business community, they actually organized quite a lot of digital events. And I was actually working with the New Statesman Media Group, and over there I was also helping with the organizations of webinars. So I did have a bit of experience organizing events, but I just had this opportunity to join the co-working space and make events that were live. And I knew people from the co-working. I knew they were great people, so I just decided that it's going to be something new for me. So that's why I decided to give it a go, and I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite challenging, quite different from the things I've done before, but it is very rewarding.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. I see so many people joining us. Just say hello, guys, that you're here. And also, would love to know if you have any questions about today's topic, content marketing strategy, or how to create content. Because with Bozhidar, we're going to talk about this topic on Wednesday. So we are prepared. And also, Bozhidar, you have also a book that you can announce at the end of this live. So if you're staying with us, there will be also a free ebook, is that correct?
Yes.
On how to write content. So if you're really interested in content creation, then stay tuned until the end of this live, where we're going to share a free ebook for you that you can download right away. And also you can join the free event through the freelancebusinessmonth.com. So you can sign up and join us on Wednesday. Where I'm going to talk about strategy, and Bozhidar is going to talk about creation itself, which for me is very, very difficult as well. Okay, so we're going to start with the most common questions that most people in the translation industry ask, and some of them are copywriters or trans creators. So maybe they can relate with your story, Bozhidar. So the main story is, how did you start out in your industry? If you remember your first client, I assume that you're a freelancer in general, or not? You've been working in in-house positions.
Well, recently, since I came back to Bulgaria, I've been mostly focused on working as an in-house professional. but I
Mhm.
still do freelance work from time to time. But when I started, I was pretty much doing full-time freelance work, and I think it was maybe around 2020, right in the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was The way I started was quite interesting actually, because
Mhm.
it started from an organization that I was volunteering in. So it
Ah.
was an organization that I was volunteering as a marketing assistant, and I was
Mhm.
helping with the marketing. And
Mhm.
the lady that was the marketing manager, I
Mhm.
was helping her quite a lot, and
Mhm.
she was working on her own freelance projects. And she saw that me and her worked very well together. So
Mhm.
one day, just out of nowhere, she just approached me and said, "Do you want to help me out with some of my projects?" And I said yes. And that's actually how I got my first freelance client, just from volunteering and from knowing people.
That's great story because I think it's very encouraging for those that are trying and they're struggling to find their first client. So volunteering, especially in well-known, let's say, authorities or organizations that you can really get some kind of experience, can lead you also to paid jobs. So that's really, really encouraging. And the next, let's say, most common question. So your first client came from your first, let's say, voluntary work. And the second question that is mostly asked, what would you say after the years? Or are you a newbie? You consider yourself as a newbie? If you started 2020, I think that you are only 3 years in the industry. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I would still consider myself a newbie, but I have worked with so many people that I've seen quite a lot of things,
Okay, that's
despite
good.
just being freelancing for 3 years.
Because my next question would be if you consider a client acquisition strategy specifically, of course, from the title of today's session, maybe it's content marketing, but if you have a specific client acquisition strategy that you use for your own freelance business before you become, let's say, in-house, what's your most, let's say, preferred or most efficient way of getting clients as a freelancer?
Well, again, I've been asked that question a lot, and it is quite an individual thing.
Yeah,
There isn't a one size fits all solution for this.
exactly.
But I'd say the thing that worked for me best is just expanding my network and getting personal contacts. Like I've very I've done very little work on, like, let's say, Upwork and all those platforms. Most of my clients have just been from people that people that I've met through other freelance projects, and just
Mhm.
when you deliver good work to people, they notice that, and
Mhm.
if they need help with their own work, they can come to you and ask you for help. So
That's great that you mentioned. I think networking, yeah, is usually one of the most voted popular ways of getting clients in our industry.
yes.
So when you mention expand your network, you mean online or on site through live events?
Well, again, it depends on the type of person and the type of work you're doing. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
when I was in the UK, I was quite isolated. So I was, again, right in the pandemic, I was spending most of my time at home. So most of the people that I got to know, they were through online events and just meeting them through LinkedIn and through other methods. But
Mm-hmm.
I've also found quite a lot of success with meeting people in person. One of the greatest projects that I've done, I found it through a person that I went to university with. So
Ah,
we
okay.
were
With
friends.
referrals, we would say then that those are references or referrals through people that you
Exactly.
already know. Okay, cool.
Yes, we were friends at university, and then he became a marketing manager. And I saw that he had a position available, so I just got in touch. And yeah, I guess if I have to sum it up, I would sum it up as just having your eyes open, knowing where to look for opportunities, and that when you see an opportunity, just go and get it. And, not
That's
ignoring.
That's very helpful what you said, but I always say to people like you can create those opportunities for you. Don't wait the opportunities to come to you, like being active on social media or attending events or webinars or creating relationship with people like just Bozhidar mentioned. So my next question would be if you remember, because okay, your time is short in your business, but you mentioned that you have great experience and many, many projects already. Do you remember a scale up moment? That's again the most common question among the most common questions. Like if you remember a moment that actually helped you to reach your financial freedom, or it was very rewarding the project, or you felt this like a feeling of fulfillment.
Well, I would say that would be the moment when, with one of my previous clients, exactly the freelance business community and the great Elena. I
Mhm.
was helping the team there, the marketing team,
Ah.
and then at some point, the person who was over me, that was helping Elena, she
Mhm.
decided to drop off from the project, and then Elena decided to give me her responsibilities. So that was
Amazing.
the sort of moment where I got promoted in a way, where I suddenly got much more responsibilities, but I also got a chance to really focus on the freelance work, and I
Mhm.
managed to make that into my full-time job. So it was really this promotion where there was just an opportunity in the place that I was working at,
Mhm.
and I was the right person for the job. And obviously, I got offered that job, and that was just really that scale up moment.
That was someone might say luck, but is when opportunity meets preparation, let's say. That's
Exactly.
how I
Yes.
see it. Amazing. So, Elena, for those that you are watching us for the first time, Elena is the person who is the founder behind of the Freelance Business Month event and community that we're going to talk on Wednesday. And this
Yes.
event and actually is running currently from last week. We're on week number 2. And yeah, we're going to talk about content marketing strategy and creation with Bozhidar on Wednesday. So let's get back to your own story. Like for those that they would like, okay, to start a career in content marketing, like the topic that we're going to discuss, what would be your suggestion? Should they study about it? Could be, let's say, progress of their already, let's say, translation or language business or career, and what they should look for example, or pay attention on.
Mhm. Well, obviously, studying is quite a big part of this field
Mhm,
because it's a very dynamic field. It's
mhm,
changing all the time.
mhm,
With the recent release of ChatGPT, like the whole industry was turned on its head. So
mhm,
obviously, we need to be doing a lot of reading, researching, following the right people on LinkedIn, following the
mhm,
right newsletters. Just having that just influx of useful information
mhm,
and just knowing what's happening in the industry and how you can apply that knowledge to you. But apart from that, the
mhm.
main thing that I would suggest is to just start doing it.
Start
It can be
with
yes, it can be just doing it for your own sort of personal brand, just posting things on LinkedIn or on YouTube or wherever,
Mhm,
or finding people that you can help them through volunteering. Obviously, we have the
mhm.
time to do that, but
Yeah.
just doing that, actually doing the thing itself, will help you get the confidence and the skills needed to start doing it professionally.
Do you have any resources that you could share later on in the chat, maybe to help people that they would like to start with voluntary, let's say, initiatives, or maybe resources that they would take a look on, or maybe people that they could follow? Definitely could follow you or Elena. But if
Mhm.
you have any specific, let's say, profiles or resources that you can share with the people that are watching us, I think that would be really helpful. If anything comes up right now, you can share also.
Yeah, I mean, I can share some of my favorite resources for
Mhm,
studying about content marketing.
mhm.
So maybe you can follow the newsletter Very Good Copy, which is a very interesting newsletter on
That's the name.
copywriting.
Very good copy is the name of the
Yes,
newsletter.
Very
Okay.
Good Copy.
I'm
There's
writing
also this Bulgarian lady called Vasilena Volchanova
down. Oops,
that she does.
difficult.
Actually, also in my book that we're gonna
Of
get to at
course.
the end, I've
Yes.
also added a part for exactly for resources that are useful for writing.
Ah, they're included in your ebook.
Yes.
Amazing.
So
So the
books,
lady that, yeah,
newsletters,
that
and
you
just influential voices that you can follow. All of that is included in
included
the
in
end
the
of the
book,
book.
so they can find those resources. Amazing.
Yes.
So let's go to the book. Before, like, last question is actually if you are connected or if you have any activity with mentoring yourself. Have you been mentoring other people or have you been receiving mentoring? Since our topic is ask your mentor anything.
Yes, well, in terms of giving mentoring, I'm in Bulgaria at the moment, and here mentoring is really booming in recent years. We have some very good mentoring organizations, but the one that I'm most familiar with is called Mentor the Young, which is this organization that's it offers a 3-month project where it
Mhm,
matches you with a mentee, and
mhm,
you just have like this really cool relationship where you help the
mhm,
mentee with their development. I've also helped in the mentoring program of Geeked AI, which
mhm,
is a freelance platform, and they had a small mentoring program. So I have been a mentor myself to some
Mhm.
people. And in terms of receiving mentoring, again, the lady that I mentioned in the beginning that offered me my first freelance client,
Mhm.
she's called Anastasia. And again, I've learned so much from her in terms of just how to do marketing properly, how to
Ah,
work with clients, how to approach the work deadlines, critique, feedback, all of that. So I think really she was a very big unofficial mentor to me that really helped me
yeah.
find the best way to work and be productive.
Exactly, because mentors can be people that they're helping us with our first steps in our career. Don't
Yes.
really have to be mentors, with the title. Thank you for sharing those resources. The first program that you mentioned in Bulgaria, it only takes place there in your country and actually is in Bulgarian for
Yes.
Bulgarian citizens.
At the moment, it's just for Bulgarians.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for sharing. So if we have any Bulgarian people or translators, you can check it out, guys.
Yes.
Amazing. So, yeah,
It's called Mentor the Young.
mentor the young.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect, guys. So you can take a look and let us know if you really liked or not. And let's go to your book because I think many people will be very, very interested. How did you end up writing an ebook in so early in your career? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, the way I came up with the idea was quite interesting because,
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of friends that they know I write a lot. And when they need help with writing something, they just come to me. And it can be like a blog for their article, it can be
Mm-hmm.
like a personal statement for university application. It can be a social media post. It
Yeah,
can be
that's
help with their CV. Just every sort of thing that they can write. They come to me for help, and that's when I thought, okay, actually, like I have a skill that it's valuable to other people, and I decided that I can write a book about it. And
mhm,
so I just came up with just I decided to come up with my own system about how I approach writing.
mhm,
It's not something groundbreaking. It's entirely based on my own experience and
yeah,
how I write things.
mhm,
And it just I focused on it. And surprisingly, it just happened. I did quite a lot of work on it. Almost all the first job that I did, I had to redo it completely because I realized that it wasn't very good. But it was a very fun and rewarding process, and it took some work, took some consistency, but I managed to get it finished.
amazing. So you mentioned something really interesting. Most people, when they hear content, they feel like it's only when you post online or you post on social
Yes,
media, which actually content, as you mentioned, is a CV. Content is your static, let's say, LinkedIn profile, or the content you have there on your LinkedIn profile.
correct.
Content might be your newsletter. So what else you can think of content? The book that you mentioned,
I mean,
yes,
even like videos, podcasts,
that's
all of that
content.
sort of things, even if it's not written, if it's visual, you're still
Exactly.
going to need a script, you're still going to need text.
Yeah.
So that still falls under content marketing.
Amazing.
So even
So
Even TikTok videos, for me, that's also content marketing, even though it's not a blog post or something like that.
exactly, because that's what most people think about content. No, content is everything that you write, from static information that you have on your LinkedIn profile, your website copies, content, the content, of course, that you share on social media in very different formats, like from video, podcast, written format. Everything is content. So let's go. Why content marketing? Why someone to choose? Let's say content marketing, I think, is the first topic, okay, that you would like to discuss
Mhm.
today. Is that correct?
Yep.
So it's something that we're going to talk on Wednesday. So don't disclose everything. Just give us a hint.
Yeah. So why would somebody choose content marketing? Uh, well, if you're interested in creating things, I think content marketing is a very good way to go because content marketing is all about you have both creating things, being creative, writing something, drawing something, making a video, but you also have uh, a bit of a science behind it. So you really need to know how to write the most effective content and how you write something that has an impact. So I think it's a very interesting mix between being creative but also being strategic. And I think
Exactly.
that's really important. And if somebody wants something that's both creative and strategic, content marketing is a very good way to go.
But why someone should choose, let's say, content marketing? for the business growth or whatever. Why, let's say, we're going to talk about content marketing. Definitely creativity and strategy are the best combination, because imagine someone being creative but without strategy, then again they might miss the goal, they don't get any results. Also the other way around, if you have a greatest strategy but you are not feel creative enough to start
Mhm.
writing content, again you're not going to get the desirable results. So definitely that makes sense what you just said. But the initial, let's say, I think the question is that you just mentioned is why someone should choose content marketing. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, for their business, content marketing definitely does have quite a lot of advantages. The main thing is that with content marketing, the main thing you should focus on is actually creating some value. Actually making something that is useful to people, and that it can either give them useful information, or it can entertain them, or it can inspire them, or help them in their business. So basically, it's something that people will appreciate. It's not just like an ad. It's not like something they see on the billboard. It's not something that just some there in space and does nothing. It's actually something that brings them some value, and that really helps people, and people notice this.
If
So
it helps and it's not jealousy, because the main mistake I've seen in our industry, helping other colleagues, for their, let's say, business growth, and they are trying content, they really struggle to find content ideas. And the next step is actually how to create, let's say, helpful, as you mentioned, and valuable content in comparison to creating jealousy content or copies.
yeah.
That's, I think, the most common mistake. I don't know if you have any advice on this to share.
Well, again, it depends on what's best for the business. Like, there's quite a lot of content marketing you can do, but at the end of the day, you need to think about what is the most effective. So it really, you need to know what helps the most, and to think about what's going to help both your audience and the business.
Exactly. So it needs to be a combination of what you offer to your clients and your clients' challenges. And that's, I think, most people, they really struggle to find, because if you don't know who's your client, then you cannot create the copy that is helpful to them. So first of all, you need to know who's your client or your audience, whom you are addressing the content to, so as to know what might be, let's say, facing as problems or challenges, or maybe their objectives. So you will
Mhm.
be able to create some kind of content that is helpful to them and valuable, as you mentioned. Do you have any other tips about valuable content, and what do we mean valuable content?
For valuable content, it depends on the industry and depends on your audience. You
Yeah.
know, for some people, like a tutorial video might be very useful, but for other people, it might not. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess you really need to understand your audience,
Yeah.
know what your audience is, what they're expecting, what their problem
Mm-hmm.
is, and
Mm-hmm.
both how what you're creating and what you're selling, how that can help you. And the best content marketing is allows you to bridge that gap between the two. So really know your audience and know what they need basically. And if you know that, if you that's gonna help in lots of ways. It's gonna help you not only in creating useful marketing, it's also going to help you in like knowing what keywords to use, or what touch points you have. Like all of that, that's gonna help you quite a lot. So know
So the
your
next.
audience, and
Mm-hmm.
always be open minded, because there's always like a new thing that you can try that might be more effective than the last.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and we always learn. I think content creation the last few years has seen a rise. More and more people are focusing on creating content. Most of the people, they think that creating content is about creating videos or going live every day, which is not
Yeah.
always the case. You need to choose, and that's the next topic you would like to discuss today. Is what format? Is that correct? That's what you would
Yes.
like to discuss. Like when it comes to format, how to choose the right format to use. That's great. Also interesting to know.
Well, again, that depends on what your goal is. Depends on what problem you're trying to solve,
Mhm.
what things that what thing that you can offer, and
Mhm.
what goal you want to do.
Mhm.
Because the interesting thing is, a piece of content can be repurposed. So
Of
let's say
course.
you can write an ebook, and then from
Mhm.
that ebook you can create like short videos. You can create like carousels for social media.
Or
So
newsletter, yeah, definitely with
yeah,
specific chapters or topics. Yeah, very interesting. Repurposing. Most people they think that they need to come up with content every day, which is actually also not the case. You don't need
yes,
every day to come up with one topic. If you can repurpose an existing one, amazing, really helpful. So,
yes.
how to
So,
choose the right format?
well, again, you really need to think about how you're going to use that content. So you're going to think also where you're going to share it,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're going to share it on social media, that's a very different set of formats that you have available than if you're going to use it, let's say, in an event. In
Mm-hmm.
an event, you can create flyers, you can create videos for video screens, you can
That
create live
also.
demos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
While when you're, let's say, on social media, then you have other formats available. You have videos, you have just photos, text posts.
Reels, yeah. If it's, let's say, TikTok or Instagram, if it's LinkedIn, you have the articles, you can have the audio events, video events on LinkedIn, shorter posts, several different formats there as well. But my five
Mm.
cents, I don't know, you can correct me because I'm not a content, let's say, marketeer myself, but I've been teaching strategy at all a lot. You need to know, again, what type and format of content your audience consumes or they like to consume, so as to know what type of content also you need to choose, plus the type of content you feel comfortable creating, because maybe your audience really like video, but if you're not into going
Mhm.
in front of a camera, maybe again that's also a reason to think again about other formats of content your client like to consume, like to let's say read or listen to, or whatever is the format. Any other
Mhm.
advice that you would like to share with us?
Well, for content marketing, well,
So.
I'd say something that you definitely need to keep an eye out is
Mhm,
using ChatGPT, because
mhm.
even though I'm not the biggest fan of using it to help you
Yeah,
writing,
AI
it can
tools.
still
So
be a
yeah.
very, very good idea generator.
Mm,
So just it's always good to take some time to study prop engineering and
mhm.
study what props you can use.
Yeah.
What prompts? Yeah, prompts
I think
for
it's very good
ChatGPT.
on create on content ideas. It's very good also on prompts, as you mentioned. But is it good also to find, for example, the format? No. For the format, we need to make another research on our audience. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. But
Okay.
again, you just need some ideas, just some titles, some examples, or even like some competitor analysis. ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
can help with that.
Amazing. Amazing.
So
Yeah.
obviously, it's not something that's gonna do your work for you, but it's something that if you know how to use it, it's gonna help you quite a lot.
Definitely for the starting point, and of course, my suggestion would be not to use it as it is, but to adjust it to your own personality and your own, let's
Exactly.
say, way of writing things. Thank you, amazing, really helpful. We also said, guys, tools that you can use here with Bozhidar. So the last thing I think was that you would like to cover is why writing is important, even if you don't write articles. So specifically, you're focusing on writing as a format of content. Why is
Yes.
it important, even if you don't write articles, as you mentioned?
Well, again, as I said, when you write, writing is like the foundation of all sorts of content. So even if you make
Uh,
like a video, or if you
mhm.
make a podcast, or if you make like TikTok, all of that writing goes into all of that. And for a video, you need to make a script. You need to write a
Wow.
description for the YouTube video. We need to write a title. So all
Mhm.
of that is writing.
Mhm.
And the better it is, then the more effective your content will be.
That's
So this
true.
is why regardless of what content you're making, writing is going to help you. And again, not only it will improve the quality, but if you it will also help the process. So the more confident you are at writing, the more quickly you'll be able to, create descriptions, titles, all of that sort of information, and the more effective you will be at sharing that content.
And analyzing the results, because if you don't create any content, you won't be able to see and realize what your audience really likes. Of course, you can do competitors analysis like Bozhidar mentioned, so you can go and check your competitors, what type of content they've been sharing, which
Mhm.
of these content actually attracts the most engagement and attention of your idea clients. So you can, let's say, not of course create the same, but to get an idea of what ideas or types of content you can create on your own so as to attract the same audience, so you can get an idea of what, let's say, formats or types of topics and the content your audience really like to consume. Do you have any tools for competition analysis that you would like to share? I'm trying to recall one myself. It's paid, but there is a free trial.
I mean, for now, mostly Google. Like that's.
Google Alerts also you can
It
send.
sounds really simple, but sometimes the simple decisions are the best. So again, that's maybe that's start from there and then just think about how you can use it more, how you can look at what you need and then just take that. You know, we don't.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
remember there is a tool that you can put all your competitors' accounts, or you choose, let's say, the channels, Instagram, let's say LinkedIn, and whatever their website, blog, and then that tool takes, the most. The content with the most engagement or most traffic, and they make the analysis for you, so you can get an idea of the actual content that your competitors have been sharing so far. If I come up with the name of the tool, I will let you know.
Yeah.
But definitely, yes, Google, as you mentioned. Did I interrupt you? You
The
were about to
reason,
say something. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say
Mhm.
because just seeing what other people are doing, just from Google, from their website, from the most
Mhm.
face value uh, information, then that's
Mhm.
going to be more helpful than, let's say, using an expensive tool and that tool telling you like they have like 1,000 people viewing them per month. Like that can be useful for like spreadsheets and reports, but at the end of the day, you don't need that information if you're just getting started.
Yeah. So, any advice for those getting started before we close? And also the link to the book. Can you share with me the link in the private chat so I can
Yeah,
share it
perfect.
here in the chat with the rest of the people? There is a private chat here, if you can see,
Yeah.
or on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay, let me just give you a very quick link. I need to find it.
No problem. So, guys,
Let's
this
see
is
if
a
I
free
can.
book from Bozhidar, and the ebook title Bozhidar is.
It's called Write Better: A Simple Guide to Better Business Writing. So I
Amazing.
think, why cannot I'll send it in the private chat.
Thank you. Yes, that's the better. Amazing. So let me share here also the link and show you guys. That's the ebook. So guys, here you can see this the ebook. So I'm sharing here in the chat the link, so you can download. Thank you so much. That's really generous of you.
Of course, and yeah, it's a free download.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's again, it's just an ebook. You know, it's not like a huge like War and Peace type novel, but I
Mm-hmm.
try to keep it very simple, very straightforward, and I'm sure you'll be able to get lots of valuable information. And
Mm-hmm.
as I said, at the end, it also finishes with some links to other resources that I think are very useful.
So some resources that we said already earlier are also included where you can start, become inspired, and things like that. And this is the event that we're going also to participate on Wednesday. So you can use the link Freelance Business Month there, and you can scroll down. Okay, so you will be able to find your ticket, which is the free ticket as well. And also you can check out the actual calendar here. You can find our presentation in the week number 2, starting as a freelance business. And we are also on Wednesday 11th, efficient content marketing strategy. Here we are. It's in the paid ticket, but there is also a free one you can see on the left. Was it something you would like to add?
Well, just in closing, I'd like to again thank our audience for joining. I really hope that it was useful, and I managed to help you think about content writing a bit more, as because I believe it's something that's going to keep growing, and people are really going to pay attention to it. So if you're looking for something to just go into, I think that's a great field. And yes, you can. It would really mean the world for us to join our session on Wednesday, and we're gonna share lots of useful information there as well. So looking forward to
There
seeing
is
you
going
all.
to be a full presentation. So Bozhidar, he has 12 slides, myself as well the same. So there will be full presentation with step by step on how to create your strategy and how to create content. So you can join us on
Hmm.
Wednesday. Also, guys, because I see here Simone, I see Antonia, I see Anne-Marie. If you have any questions, Bozhidar is here with us live. So take this, let's say, opportunity to ask us anything about content creation. For me, it's really important to realize, and I've been realizing that recently, that after you have expanded your network with your idea clients, or after you have built a very good freelance business, if your clients don't know about it and you don't provide value, as Bozhidar mentioned, then you are losing so many opportunities out there. So for me, content creation is not the first thing that you need to do. Of course, it's always included in the things that you do for your business, like your website is content creation, your CV is a content creation.
Yes.
It's always included in throughout your business. But when you would like to create a content marketing strategy for your business and sharing valuable content, like Bozhidar just mentioned, it's really important to have a strategy before that, because I've seen people losing so much time and energy creating content that actually doesn't bring them the desirable results. I don't know if you have seen that, Bozhidar, happening. So they are creating content and sharing, and it takes time, to write this kind of piece of content, also to create the graphics, but they don't get, let's say, the attention of their idea clients or maybe sales through that. Do you know what are the common mistakes there, Bozhidar, or something that you have as an idea of why people they're getting there?
Well, content marketing is difficult. It's sometimes people use like whole production agencies to create good content. It's not something that you can do easily, but with experience, we can definitely get better at it and create content that works for you. Because not all content marketing should be like include like 10-hour videos or like huge events or things like that. It can be
Exactly.
it can be very simple. So think about what works for you, what can get the most results with the minimum efforts, and do that. And again, use all the shortcuts, all the tools, steal all the great ideas, all of that. Do it so it can help you in your business.
And consistency, again, is the key when it comes to
Exactly.
content creation, because you need patience. Content creation is a long-term strategy, is a client acquisition strategy as well, but it takes time to bring you results, whereas other strategies like email marketing or maybe cold calling or maybe LinkedIn prospecting, they can bring you results in a time frame or a couple of months. Content, I don't know in your experience, but then in my experience, takes at least 6 months that you need to be practicing content creation for your, just to give you some results like leads or prospects or potential clients coming to you through your content, and also expanding your network through your content, which actually are results that you can get through your content, but it's a long-term approach. And actually for me, it takes first some other steps, like you need your branding, you need first your website, you need your let's say to have created your company, and then to invest in content marketing to nurture the relationship of the people that you are adding in your network with your newsletter or email marketing, or let's say your LinkedIn prospecting or any other client acquisition strategy, networking, for example, Bozhidar just mentioned. So thank you so much, Bozhidar. Thank you for staying so long.
Of course.
Thank you, guys. Some people, they're so good here live with us all the time, but they don't. They're very shy. So, guys, I see that you're here live with us. I would expect to see just a hello and where you are watching us from. And if you're watching the actual replay, you can use the hashtag replay and tag me or Bozhidar if you have any questions. If someone would like to contact you, Bozhidar, what methods should they try to contact you or find you?
Well, the best way that you can find me is on LinkedIn. You can add me there as a connection. You can drop me a question, and then I'll be happy to answer.
So you can contact Bozhidar Ivanov, the last name. So I'm
Yes.
taking the banner here so you can see the name. So you can find Bozhidar Ivanov on LinkedIn and contact him if you would like to find out more. We will be sharing also the ebook here in the comments, which includes also the resources. You can go back for those that you just joined us, because I see people just joining us. You can go back, watch the recording, because we said also practical tips and tools on how to create the best content strategy. Why is it so important to focus on content creation? What does content creation include and what are the types? How to create valuable content. It's important. So I think we covered many different topics here, very interesting, including Bozhidar's story, which actually really interesting as well, if you would like to have, let's say, or to follow Bozhidar's steps. So Bozhidar, thank you so much. Let's see, I see some comments here. So Ruth is here. Hello from Argentina. Thank you for this session. Hello, amazing. Welcome, Ruth. Do you have any questions for content creation? Have you been using content to attract your own clients? Let us know, guys. And if you have any questions for Bozhidar, you can use the comments below. You can tag us anytime, or you can contact Bozhidar on his LinkedIn account. So let us know, Ruth, if you have any questions on our today's topic, which is how to create an efficient content marketing strategy. And don't forget, you can join us on Wednesday for a 30 minutes full session. There is going to be also a live Q&A where we are going to reply to your questions. Thank you from South Africa. Hello, Anne-Marie. I've been seeing you that you're watching us, but you didn't ask any questions. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free, because Bozhidar is here live with us, and you can take advantage of his experience as a content creator and marketeer himself. So Ruth and Maurice, Ruth says here, I haven't been using it, but I want to do so. Yes, all of us. So I'm taking all the tips that I can start doing. And of course, you can download the free book that Bozhidar just said, or you can book a free call with me. Amazing. I don't know if you have any questions, guys. We will be looking at your comments after the actual live session. I will be also going live in less than 1 hour at 7 p.m. Central European Time, 8 p.m. our time, for our, let's say, Ask Me Anything about the fully booked translator formula. You're welcome, Ruth and Maris, everyone, Simone, Antonia, that you're here live with us. Thank you for joining us live. Let us know if you have any questions. See you in 40 minutes live again, talking about the fully booked translator formula and planning your goals for 2024 with a new exercise. Bozhidar, thank you so much. I don't know if you would like to add anything.
Well, again, just as a closing remark, I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to come and listen to me. I hope that my advice has been useful. I hope that you check out my book, and I hope that the information there is going to be useful as well. So, again, that's. I also like to thank you for this great opportunity, for allowing me to share my knowledge. And yeah, I'd like to wish everyone a great night. And yeah, follow me on LinkedIn and let's chat.
So you stay here with me, Bozhidar, and we close the live. Thank you, everyone. You can watch again the recording. You can find it on LinkedIn, on my Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. And this is the link here to download the ebook. And see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, everyone.